Hello, how's everybody? This is gonna be a dance without music. It's gonna be on structure, okay? Um, I guess I want to. Oh, the thing that's bugging me is that I burnt my lip on a cup of coffee, and it's just bugging the hell out of me. I didn't even do my music videos, but I usually don't use like Starbucks coffee, but I got Starbucks coffee and I was actually burning myself and I didn't even realize it until I did a song. I feel so bad. Anyway, it's bugging me and I still have to do videos. It just bugs the hell out of me. But anyway, I have to do this because I have to do videos and I don't want to look that bad. I mean, I really don't care about my appearance, but you know, sometimes for that, it really, because I did these, I did a song, and when I looked at it, it was like, what in the world happened? Because I don't really look in the mirror too much, and I couldn't post the song. I deleted one of them because it looked real bad. But anyway, so it's gonna bug me because I can see it in the thing, but I have to do this video because I have to do videos. And I didn't even know it was burnt until I looked in the video. I mean, I knew something was burnt, but I didn't know it was that bad until I looked in the video. And when I looked in the video, I said, wow. Because then I tore the skin off, and I didn't even think about how bad it was going to look. But anyway, that's the second day. I guess it should go away pretty soon. It's not a cold sore or anything like that. It's just bugging me because I do videos all the time. And whereas I don't really worry about my appearance too much, but that one really made me look bad. So anyway, I got to do this video. I'm sorry for that. I feel really embarrassed. But we're going to do this video on, what was I going to say? It's on structure. I just did it. I was supposed to, this one, structure, it's supposed to be more like, I mean, because I'm supposed to stand up and then I'm supposed to like fall down, but I'm not going to fall down too much because I don't feel like it. But I have to do this video on structure, okay? The whole thing about structure is that it's telling you that it's showing you the powers that come together to do things, okay? Structure is a power also, and it utilizes many powers that we talked about in the Dance Without Music. So I'm going to do this, and then I have to show you that, okay, how this stemmed from, and the reason why I know that it's worthwhile is that I don't know if everybody else thinks this way, but when I used to get out of bed, or when I get out of, not all the time I did it, but when I would get out of bed, or I like to sleep on the floor, or when I get up from the floor, that's another thing. When I get out from a chair, but usually when I'm laying down or I get up off the floor, I always wonder, what am I doing? You know, how is it that I can get up? I mean, I could get up, I would get up subconsciously, but now, with the Dance Without Music, and the 4 years, but it's funny because I say 4 years, but it takes a little bit longer to get to this stage. You see, if you go from the beginning, start from the beginning, you'll see how much time things take. It's really patient, but it's so rewarding each stage. I'm saying these things that I've said before, which I do every so often now, but this is the 4th year. And I'm just doing this to get people's interest to go back to the first part of the Dance Without Music. So now we're going to start it, and then I'm going to show you how important structure is and how we have to be at this stage, okay? And how the powers are used together. And I'll try to explain them, but I'm not going to so much explain it. I could explain it in Dance Without Music terms. I might explain it in some Dance Without Music terms, but I think mostly I'm going to try and explain it to everyone. So the first thing, I have a structure. Now I'm going to release my structure. I'm supposed to just release it and go down, but I don't feel like doing that. So I'm going to release it slowly, okay? And, oh, shoot. Okay, so here I am. I don't know if you see. Let's see. Let's go back here. Okay, here I am without structure, okay? No structure at all. I pretty much, the only thing I have is weight. That's the only thing I feel. And from Dance Without Music term, it's called movement. Weight, movement. It's the same thing, okay? So if the floor would go away, I'm going to go like down in a sinkhole, which I studied sinkholes a little bit. So I would just continually move down, okay? If someone were doing this on the other side of the earth, the same thing would happen. Remember, I'm not going to talk about gravity because we don't believe in gravity here. That's what I was going to state, but I don't want to go over that because that takes a long time. So now I have weight, and that's a power that I have. So what I'm going to use hydrogen X for one tool. Some of the terms I'm going to use for Dance Without Music, because I can't use body parts. I can't use the names of body parts because this is Dance Without Music, and I don't want to get anything wrong. My expertise is Dance Without Music, so that I'll use those terms. So I have the tool, which is located on the other coordinate. I'm going to use hydrogen X, okay, to make a pressure, okay. Pressure is also the same, it's weight, like I have weight right now, but with the weight is causing pressure because of the floor. Because I want to move, the movement will go down without the floor, which creates a pressure because the floor is here. So I'm going to create a pressure. I could either use the pressure. Yes, I'm going to use the pressure from one tool, which is located on the other coordinate. And I'm going to lift up with the pressure. I'm going to use hydrogen X, okay, to lift up and make another structure. To make structure. So here I am. Now I have tension. I have pressure and I have tension. Okay, I can't explain everything because it would take so long. So now I have two powers. I have pressure, which wants to go down, which is weight. Oh, not weight. I'm not going to talk about weight. Now I just have pressure and I have tension. There is weight, but it's on the other side of the structure. Now I'm going to make another press. I'm sorry, but the other tool, I'm going to use the pressure from the other coordinate, and I'm going to lift with hydrogen X. And hydrogen X is going to use the pressure and the tension to relocate the natural coordinate, the tool on the natural coordinate. So now I have another structure, okay? Now the natural coordinate or the right coordinate has more pressure and more tension, okay? But the other coordinate has pressure and tension too, but not as much. Now I'm going to make another decision. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the pressure, the two pressures, and the two tensions from the right coordinate and the other coordinate, and I'm going to make another structure creating 4 pressures, okay? So there, I use the hydrogen X, and the hydrogen X utilized the pressure and the tensions, okay, of the tools, and you know where the tools are. So now I have 4 pressures, and I don't have too much tension, just a little bit. Tension here and tension here. So what I'm going to do, I can make a decision. Now I'm making another decision. I can either use the hydrogen X to bounce. It's pretty much bounce. To bounce and lift the 2 pressures on the tools, or else I can use the hydrogen X to bounce the pressure which is located on the first floors, okay? On the first floors, on the other coordinate, and the natural coordinate. So I decided to, I guess I'm going to say bounce. I'm going to call it bounce. I'm going to use the hydrogen X to bounce and move the 2 pressures to make another structure on the first floors, okay? So there, I'm using hydrogen X, and now I made another structure, okay? I could have did this, and then, okay, I could have made the bounce from the hydrogen X and balanced the space located between the piezo and the story. So I could have did that. Well, I'm doing it now, okay? And then this is the piezo. This is the piezo, and this is the story, okay? And I took the hydrogen X and I balanced, okay? So now I have made another structure. This is another structure. Now I'm going to make another decision, and I'm going to move the weight, okay? Because we have pressure, but now I can use weight. Weight can be shifted. Pressure, I'm not going to say whether pressure can be shifted, but pressure, I have 2 pressures. One on the other coordinate, one on the natural coordinate. And I have weight, which is located, on both coordinates, okay? I'm using coordinates, but it is something else, but I'm just showing you location, okay? So I'm having so in-between coordinate. So I'm in an in-between coordinate, actually. Holding the between coordinate on the first floors, okay? So what I want to do, because I'm in the first, because I'm in a between quadrant, I can shift to the other quadrant, okay? I'm shifting to the other quadrant because there's weight. Okay, now this is weight, okay? This is another power. We have, but remember, we have 2 pressures. That's a power also. But the pressures, from what I'm seeing now, and this is what I can see now as far as this intelligence is what I have right now at this level, and what I can do at this level now, is I have the pressures, but I can't do anything with the pressure. I could, but I'm not conditioned enough to just, jump up. That's not my conditioning that I have now. So what I can do now is I can shift the weight. So I'm showing you the weight is a power, and I can shift the weight. How do I do it? I use Hydrogen X, okay? And Hydrogen X is shifting the weight, okay? So I shifted the weight to the other coordinate. This is a between coordinate, this is a natural or right coordinate. But I'm shifting the weight to the other coordinate, which is going to allow me to use Hydrogen X. And Hydrogen X utilizes now the tension, because now I created tension instead of weight. Okay, so I have, it's like, I still have pressure, which is located on the first floor. And however, now I also have tension, which goes up from the first floor to the piso, which creates a tension. I can use that tension, the Hydrogen X can use the tension to lift the, oh boy, what will I call it? But I'm not going to call it anything now because we have to finish this. So I'm just going to I'm going to use the Hydrogen X to make another structure. And Hydrogen X is going to manipulate the stress, okay? And there it goes. And now I have a pressure. I have a pressure, I have a tension, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, I guess I can say, I'm going to lift, but this is going to be really difficult, but I'm using Hydrogen X. I won't be able to explain it because we have to just get through it. But I'm going to use the Hydrogen X and see if you can see what Hydrogen X does. But what a Hydrogen X what it has to utilize, and what I'm going to utilize, but I won't be able to explain it because it's a lot of things. I'm going to transfer, okay, I'm going to do things like transfer, balance, bounce, a lot of things to get to the next structure. So I'm going to do it now. Shifting, weight is going to use a lot of powers, and this is going to be done with the Hydrogen X. So here we go. Okay, and now I have two pressures, and I'm back. But that is to show you a structure. Now I have another structure. And now I have, this is the right, other coordinate. I mean, this is the natural coordinate, or the left, not left. You don't have left and right. Right as in the right one, you know, or natural coordinate. And then we have the other coordinate, and then we have between coordinate. And what shifts is the Hydrogen X. It manipulates all of that. There's a control also, but control is pretty much, the control is something that's, it's not in precision, but it's in the next level. Most likely when you control the control, then you're dealing with, I don't know what the next one is. It's something like perfection or something else. But right now we're not at that level. But I can say Hydrogen X. The reason why I say Hydrogen X is because I don't control Hydrogen X, but I just talk about the power of Hydrogen X. But it has something to do with the control. But that's even further. But now we're in this part of precision. So that's what structure is. And I use structure to come back to where I'm at right now. And that finishes that lesson. Okay? I'm sorry I'm so subconscious because I used to go close to the thing, but I told you I burnt my lip and I feel really bad about that. And I just tell you about everything, and I hope everybody enjoyed that lesson, and we're going to keep going forward. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.